So I think this is the piece de resistance of the whole build. This room is stunning.
Yeah, it's the reason the studio exists. To be fair, without this room, we designed. This is why we exist, because my father-in-law, Amy's dad, Graham, he had a recital hall here before we tore it down and replaced it with this.
Okay. But the reason for the said recital hall is just over here.
Yes, which we could maybe do a pan round later.
We will definitely get that in shot. That is something that not many studios that, let's face it, aren't Air Lyndhurst have. You know, a full-on pipe organ.
Yeah.
Absolutely, with the centre console, and I just don't think you have enough grand pianos.
No, we're really too short.
So you've got the Italian.
We have the Fazioli 228.
You have, I'm assuming, at least two Germans.
That's a Yamaha C7.
Japanese, and
a Bechstein 1859.
1859.
Yes, or 1895. 1895. Graham went out and came back with that one day.
As you do.
Yep. And the Bechstein used to live in the flat in London.
Right. Absolutely stunning. And this is a big space. I mean, this is an enormous space.
This is 997 cubic meters.
Absolutely stunning space. To the point where, I mean, this is a recital hall. This is a concert.
Yeah, this was built. So the whole reason that the studio exists is Graham, our fearless leader, really, he used to have concerts, so small chamber concerts, organ concerts in the old hall. And for many circumstances, a new place was required. So we designed this place. And the idea is that once a month, he holds a concert for 60 to 80 people, come string quartets, piano recitals, organ concerts. He even did last year, a 30-piece string orchestra. Sounded great. We had a flute quintet in here with one of your old colleagues, I believe.
Yeah.
So the purpose was to be able to have a room with a natural acoustic with 60 people in it, and it still sound nice.
So, I mean, it is a live space. I mean, the reverb tail very clean, I'll say that. The reverb sounds beautiful.
Yeah, but its sole purpose was to have several people in the room, which damp it down. You know, it makes a massive difference. It records really well, even empty.
I'd love to hear brass or horns.
Oh, I must play you a string quartet before you go, actually, and some flute. Yes, it records incredibly well, and it really responds well to good miking. Because, so I think in short there'll be a pair of 47s, and if I put them into Omni and just position them just nicely, you get a perfect reverb tail and a nice detailed piano sound in here with just one pair of mics.
And again, it's been fully networked out, so network audio everywhere. Yep. So no panic about, we haven't got enough lines running backwards and forwards. It's on the network. So,
and you know what? That's been the best thing about RedNet of Dante, to be more specific. You don't think about it.
You just plug it in.
So
another one. Okay.
We had a session weekend before last. We were doing indie rock album, mostly in the other room, but we had the piano in here. Mm-hmm. And Saturday evening, we're having dinner, and the guys were talking about one of the songs, and it was very much an acoustic feel. So made the guys some cocktails on the veranda, as you do, summer.
Of course, yeah.
I came down, half an hour down here, plugged in some bits and pieces, and we did a fully acoustic session in here. A pair of 47s in the middle in Omni, and I put the guys around and moved them a few times, going back to the control room, having a listen. Yeah. We did it totally acoustically. Wurlitzer, I had my Mesa Boogie in here with the bass playing, 2 acoustic guitars to Gibson J45s, and everybody singing backup vocals, and me conducting like a fool to try and get everybody to do what I wanted. But it works so nicely to have a space like this. I have a load of gobos, as you've seen, and you can bring this tail down. But we've recorded a rock band in here. I've recorded a jazz band in here without any acoustic treatment. And yeah, it works fine.
And presumably you could, if you knocked them up, because that's what you're going to do, presumably do the whole invert wall thing. So you could have a soft side and a hard
well,
side.
my gobos are all soft on one side and hard on the other.
Right. This is just, say, wandering round. This is the stuff of dreams. And to be doing it in your own kind of style is awesome.
It's quite nice. It's quite stressful. It's had its moments. But you can come up with stuff. You can just do stuff. And, I would say to anybody, the key to a good recording isn't about how much money you spent. It really isn't. And if you need something, if you can't build it, you probably know somebody who can. It's not hard. It really isn't. People should do it. So, Will, we're at the front door, which is going to end the tour. I mean, there's still work going on. You can see the cherry picker, and as you said yesterday, the woodwork wasn't white. It was, no. I suspect, still wooden. Yeah, it was. Just like my acting. Fair enough. It's been an absolute pleasure to meet you. I look forward to getting the invitation back for the I think you should come back and see the Before Christmas. Yes, definitely. We'll go into the control room and have another gander at some toys. But for now, thanks so much for showing us around. And thanks for lunch as well. No problem at all. I've been James from Pro Tools Expert here at Challow Park Studios, and we'll see you again soon for some more Gear Talk.